Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah, that means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. That means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. Slow the stars, what they calling now? I don't know what they talking about.
Yo, what's good? What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back. We in the building with another edition of, you know what it is, Giants Conversations. We talking all New York Giants. We talking Tommy DeVito. We talking Patriots, Bill Belichick. We talking draft. Who would the Giants take? We're going to get into all that, man. But as I always like to do, shout out to the chat, shout out to my people, and most of all, shout out to my main man, my G, my bro, Mr. Coach Ed Gladney. How you doing, Coach? What's up?
Ladies, love me. Yo, what's up, man? I'm good. How are you, man?
Maintaining, you already know.
That's good, man. How was the holiday?
Yeah, I don't really get into all that, but
Okay.
It is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
You at least got your eat on, bro. Come on, you at least had to get the eat on. Hey, man. Don't fake that funk, man. Don't fake that funk. You may not celebrate, but when that food come out,
man gotta eat. You know what it is. Man gotta eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Always. What's good? What's up with the chat though, man? G Nation, what's good, Lou? What's up, bro? Link is in the Twitter chat. Let me send the link to my man E. What's good? Yo, what's up, bro? I'm about to send you the link right now. In case you wanna hop on the show real quick with us, man. No pressure though. You already know what it is. We got time. If not, you can listen up. We got some things to talk about here. Looking to see. Okay, here's the inactives. I'm gonna post
Big
those.
Surprise. They're gonna be I know people gonna freak out. They gonna freak out.
I already see it.
Mm-hmm.
I already see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to post it now, though. But Coach, what's good with you, man? How was your holiday?
Nice and quiet. I was here alone, just watching football. So had me a little girl. Had a little shorty bring me something. So but I'm good. I was good. It was a good thing. And even though I'm about ready to cry, because technically it's the end of the college football season.
Yeah.
So, yeah. but on the real, I mean, I'm good. And we're gonna get into it because I did a little playing around with those little draft simulators, and so Go ahead.
I got a real good one, Coach. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna do a little housekeeping first, as I always like to do. Let me send my bro to chat. All right, he's good. All right. Giants Conversations. Here we go. So, Giants and Patriots today, and this is the inactive list for your New York Giants. So we got Deshaun Corbin, Javarius Owens, Boogie Basham. Pat was a Boogie Basham is slow. Evan Neal and Dexter Lawrence. Okay, so let's talk about this now. Let's talk about this. Big Dex Pauls is out. He was dealing with some injury that popped up in practice, I believe. Was it, Coach? If I'm not mistaken, it popped up in practice. They held him out of practice Wednesday, I believe it was.
Think so. I think it was. I'm not 100%, but I think it was this week that it popped up. So.
Okay. So Dex not playing is humongous, y'all. This is humongous. This actually swings the balance in the favor of the Patriots a great deal. Number of reasons.
I don't want to say. Oh, go ahead. Finish what you got to say. I'm sorry.
Run defense first of all, because we already know what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to run the football. They don't want to put the the football in Mac Jones's hands, just like we don't want to put the football in Tommy DeVito's hands. Good game, good story by Tommy DeVito, but I don't want to see him out there trying to be Brett Favre. Now, the other thing is the pass rush coach. The pass rush is what really I think we're going to miss Dexter Lawrence at, man, because he eats up double teams, and you know that. He eats up double teams, and it allows, KT to get a lot of his one-on-one matchups, which he has been winning lately. So those are the two number one things that I'm looking at right there, which is what Dex does, stuffs the run and rushes the passer. But you're the coach. Tell me how the New York Giants can game plan around this, because I think this is a big deal.
A big deal. I disagree there because of the opponent. That's the reason why. Now, if you're telling me that Ezekiel Elliott is going to run all over the Giants defense, if you really think that, okay. The Patriots offense is putrid. I'm sorry, it's putrid. So I went from feeling this is going to be a 7-3 game to a 6-3 game. That's the loss of Dexter. That's what it does to me. Instead of a touchdown, 2 field goals. Somebody's going to kick 2 field goals. Now, can the Patriots win? Yes. I'm not going to sit here and say that, but this is going to be those old-fashioned 1980s type of football game where it's going to be more about the run game and whose run offense is going to be more effective against the defenses. Dexter's a big loss. Yes, it is. But DJ Davidson can hold his own in the middle. You brought up Riley. Let's see what he can do.
Good opportunity for him. Yeah.
Wing's going to have to be in his bag. But, I mean, Zappy, Mac Jones, I'm sorry.
Coach, but if you're giving teams, 2nd and 5, third and 2, the Patriots know how to run the football.
Yes, they do.
Ramondre Stevenson ain't no, punk.
No, I'm not saying that.
A bruiser.
But and Dexter helps our defense. But if Davidson can hold the point and command a double team, it still allows our linebackers to flow and fill and do what they have been doing for the most part. So that's why, it's not as big to me because we're facing the Patriots. Now, if you were talking about any other team that was a proficient passing offense, you'd have a great point there. But it's the Patriots. They're putrid. It's like this is the one game. If you want Dexter to be down and miss a game, this is it. Yo, what's up, E?
All right, let's get it. Let me shout out the chat real quick. I got Wells in the building. What's good? Salute, bro.
Wells.
Appreciate you coming through. That's my guy, Wells.
Night, Wells.
Big Blue in the Bronx, my man Alex, man, out there
Alex?
at the game, coming from the press box, man. Salute to you, Alex, man. Hope all is well, man. Make sure you get some good content, man, from Coach Daves if you get to talk to him today. Just realized Boogie's inactive. Yeah, Boogie Basham is out. Jordan Riley is in, so that's great news. If you want to see what Jordan Riley can do in this game, and of course we got our good old friend Mr. Coach Dave, man. Salute to you, Coach.
What's up,
Appreciate
Dave?
you coming through. E, what up, bro? What's good with you, man?
Ain't nothing, brothers. First and foremost, man, happy holidays to both of you kings and your families, man. I heard Coach Ed talk about how he was groovy on Thanksgiving, got the salute and shout out to the big bro for what he does, paving the way for us youngsters who gonna probably be, as smooth one day. We'll get there, we'll get there, and shout outs to Coach Ed as well for inviting me on to was it Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, while I was doing an event for the job, giving back to the community. He actually invited me on. I think you pulled up as well, NY. So salute to you guys. Let me talk some basketball. That was really cool. And outside of that, man, I'm looking forward to today's game and the evaluation process. A lot of people are looking forward to the draft. A lot of people are looking forward to see who we're going to be picking and where we'll be picking. That will take care of itself for me. Today is another week of evaluations. I want to look at what we have in this team, Remember, we have 21 expiring 1 year contracts. So a lot of holes, Pauls, are going to be need to be filled moving forward. So who's going to be CB2? Is Trey Hawkins that guy? Do we look at a guy like Muhammad from Washington? You know, we is McKinney going to be here? We got to look at safeties. The QB is always important. We already know about that. Running backs, are these the guys moving forward? Or is there somebody that can possibly come out and help Saquon? Will he be here? We just have a lot of, evaluations. And I think today is going to be one of those great evaluation games. Tommy DeVito's playing for his career as a possible backup and a tenure as a Giant. So it's a lot of narratives coming out of today's games.
Most definitely, E, man. And I did not know Bobby O had a partially broken rib. Alex just put that in the chat. So that is news to me, man. A lot of guys are getting banged up, man, late in the season. You know what it is? The Giants still haven't had their bye yet, which is crazy to think. That comes next week. So, holding some of these guys out, I think is smart, to be honest with you, whether you are on the rest or what they call it, rest or rust train. Having players like Dexter Lawrence, Evan Neal, so on and so forth, getting them a chance to rest is definitely huge. And it also, like you said, E, gives us a chance to evaluate some of these younger players. Now, that being said, I'm kind of disappointed that Javarius Owens isn't active and Jashawn Corbin isn't active, because those would be two of the younger players that I personally would like to see get a chance to do a little bit more out there on the field. But Jordan Riley is a win. We've been wanting to see Jordan Riley. We're going to be looking for somebody to step up next to Dexter Lawrence coming next season, being that Leonard Williams is not here. My man Mosley, peace and love, peace and blessings. Now over to the Patriots. This is their inactive list. Notable Jalen Reagor. I don't really know any of the other guys outside of him, but so they're gonna be, with their key thing. I think Judon is not playing, and the rookie they got Gonzalez, the corner. So that's definitely gonna be key in this game. From a pass rush standpoint, from a coverage standpoint, for the New England Patriots. So as we get into the keys of this game, we're going to talk a little bit about the game, and then, probably some of Big Blue crew will become trickling in here, and then we're going to get into some of this draft stuff that people have been talking about on Twitter and on YouTube. So pull up, man. Let's get it in, man. We about to go in. All right. Check it out. Thing here is, can the Giants run the football this game? Can they run the football? And that is going to be key in basically controlling the clock and basically, tiring out this Patriots defense. We all know the strength of the Patriots is their defense, much like the Giants. Kind of two mirrored teams facing each other. So, but we have the X factor in this game, and that is Saquon Barkley. He is going to be by far probably the best offensive player on the field for both teams this game. So use that to your advantage. Run the football. I like what they did last week, getting him more involved in the passing game. That is something else you can do against Belichick, because the Patriots are very good against the run, not so much against the pass. Like I said, they lost their number one rookie corner and their top pass rusher, so their pass defense has suffered. Coach, let me know. What you thinking, Coach?
No, I just got a notification. Mac Jones to start for the Patriots.
Mac Jones. What?
Mac
Who?
Jones.
Mac Jones. So,
okay, that's
again,
why I was like, perfect timing, man. Perfect
timing.
All right, number one, can the Giants run?
Can they run the football in this game?
With a Belichick, like you said, with a Belichick-based defense, anyone can run. It's how effective, how efficient.
Do you think they'll be successful?
What do you do in terms of up front? That's going to be the biggest thing. For me, I need Saquon. Honestly, I know some people might want
What's good,
150.
Ghost Dog? What's good?
What's up, Ghost? I know most people might want
Rafi, what
150
up? What
or
up?
so, but I'm looking for him to give me anywhere from 80 to close to 100. Because like I said earlier, this is going to be one of them ugly games. A lot of fans are not gonna. They're just gonna be like, eh. I mean, as an old school, it's my type of game. It's my
Yeah.
type of football. I'm gonna be honest. So if he can give me 80 that to close to 100, that's going to be a phenomenal game, especially against the Belichick's base defense. So,
Yo, I
you
like
know,
that Avi Ghost Dog. That shit.
yeah,
Bugs
true,
Buddy over there
true.
drunk off Hennessy
Yeah,
with the Giants
exactly.
hat
Mac
on.
Jones, exactly. So, but yeah, if we can get that, and it was from Saquon, and if the whole offense can rush for 150, then I think we can be successful. Because, like you said earlier, you'll be controlling the clock, and you'll force them to load the box or bring an extra man down, into the front seven. And now, can that open up the back end for guys like well, Slayton I know is hurt, but Hyatt, we need to see something from
Slayton's
Hyatt.
playing. He wasn't inactive, so I'm
No,
guessing he'll
but
be out there.
he's hurt. He's
Yeah,
still hurt.
yeah.
So Wandale Robinson, and I'm wondering, Belly. I need Belly to step up now, because I mean, I know he had that, had a couple of great catches, but we need more from him. So that's what that running game will do. So especially for a rookie quarterback like DeVito. So,
Yeah,
and
they
I'm not expecting DeVito to throw for 200-300 yards. I just need him to give me a buck 50 as a quarterback. Give me a buck
that's
50.
fair.
If he can give me that, no turnovers, and he can run for 30 yards, especially if they give it to him, take it and run. I think the off then we can position ourselves well, and the run game can also help in the field possession, you know because even if we're not making long drives, at least if we can get to a point where we punt the ball and put them deep in their territory, that's what a good running game, efficient running game can do for you. So y'all got to go ahead.
Um, he said that's how the Giants be having me lately. That's funny, man. I like that.
Hmm.
Like that,
Hmm.
Avatar. Think Belly gonna have himself a game. I hope so. I hope so. It's about time he put together something. You know what I mean? Because we need some more production from the tight end spot.
Hmm. Hmm.
Since Waller's been out. But what's your thoughts on this question? Can the Giants run the football, and do you think they can be effective running the football in this game?
Well, first off, that's what today's game is going to be about. What Coach said, I knew it was going to happen. He was going to say it. I was just waiting to hear it. This is what we grew up on. And I
Hmm.
mean, you know, winning games. And let me bring some of the Giants fans back, and then I'll just go right into the answering of the question and then give a statement on what I think Belichick is about. And you guys already know. So when I talk about this is the type of thing that I'm used to and I grew up on, I'm used to the defensive fights between teams like this and the running of the ball to control the clock and the hat on the hat, the mano a mano, the physical style of football, cold in Giant Stadium. See, I went to Giant Stadium in the
There you
Meadowlands.
go.
The wind swirling, everybody just out there. But most of all, the defense getting the offenses off the field, it being a standstill till around the fourth quarter, game close, 10-7, 13-11, that type of thing. But then guess what? When it comes down to the last 8 minutes of that fourth quarter, the will is imposed by one of the teams. Praise God, I was fortunate enough to be a Giants fan, so I saw a lot of the will being imposed by us to beat teams. Phil Simms walked away with a lot of 7, 3, 5, and 6 point victories in his career. A lot of people don't understand that. So that's what I mean about traditional Giants football. I hope I gave Coach a smile with that one to bring him back a little bit. Now I'll move forward with the can we run the ball? Bill Belichick is going to load the box because he's going to want Tommy DeVito to beat him. We all know Bill Belichick is a mastermind when it comes to playing against rookies, and either you have that elite talent with a better team overall to beat him, or he's going to do everything in the world to frustrate you. The question is, does he have the talent to frustrate DeVito to the point where he makes him make mistakes in situational football? Tommy DeVito was going to get a masterclass on how to either read defenses or succumb to the pressure today. But can we run the ball? It depends on the push that we get up front, and if Saquon Barkley is going to tiptoe to the line, or is he going to have that aggression that he had in the fourth quarter last week? But the answer is, I see us rushing for about 100 to 110 yards if successful. If not, under 80.
Let me give y'all a little bit of an unpopular opinion here. I believe that the New York Giants are much better running the football with Evan Neal at right tackle. I know it sounds crazy, but Tyree Phillips doesn't get the push in the run game like Neal was getting. Now, flip side, much better pass protector, obviously, but that's kind of why I pose this question. You know, with Phillips and Bredesen starting over there, it hasn't been great as far as them being able to get that push in the run game. You know what I mean? So it might be a little bit of a struggle here for the Giants to run the football in this game. Just gonna be honest. But next key to the game: no turnovers, no special teams mistakes, limit penalties. The Giants win games when they do not turn the football over. That's just a fact. Going back to last year, when they play a clean football game, they usually win. Now, this is one of those games. It's going to come down to a turnover, a mistake, or something by one of these two teams because they're so evenly matched. Special teams is definitely a key here because not a lot of people talk about special teams. Remember, we don't have Graham Gano. We do not have Graham Gano in this game, and we got Bullock, and I'm not confident in that cat. You know what I'm saying? And then this kick returner that we got now, you know, he's been doing okay, but the Giants got to make sure that they're disciplined in this game. Do not have no crazy turnovers. Do not have no stupid penalties, and play mistake-free football. And I think you can get a dub. What do y'all think about this key right here, Lou? What's good, bro? What up with you?
Free football. Are you watching the same team I've been watching all year?
They didn't have no turnovers last week against Washington. They won by. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. when they are able to play. Yeah, but the penalties they didn't have many penalties either. So that's what I'm talking about. When they're able to play, you know, with less mistakes, I won't say mistake free. Maybe I misspoke there, but when they limit their mistakes, the Giants usually win the football game.
Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead. You got it, man.
Most teams, when they play mistake free, end up playing complementary football and can put a win together or a couple wins together. And we have the talent. That's what bothers me about my team. Like, we have talented people on the roster. We have some good coaches, but the coaches that we have that aren't any good are in the most critical positions. Our O-line coach and our offensive coordinator both suck. They couldn't punch their way out of a wet paper bag with scissors in their hands.
In terms of the no turnovers, you're 1,000% correct. You can't have turnovers because that will cause major issues, especially if you give the Patriots the ball with a short field. So, like I said before, the special teams, I think it's going to be a 6-3 type of a game. So that goes down to your field goal kickers, and then, like I said before, with the run game mixed in with the punt, punt to flip the field and pin them deep in their territory. So yes, and then and your coverage, guys making sure they stay in their lanes and not allow a returner for the Patriots to break free and push the ball down the field or anything that way. Penalties, yeah, excellent point. You definitely want to limit your penalties. Because we all see those kills drive sometimes.
Oh
You're on the offensive end and you get a hold, and we can't get hold a lot of, well, we can't get holding penalties, period, because that will, bless you, that will put the ball into DeVito's hands a lot more, which we want to try and limit. So things of that nature, and then defensively, you don't want to cause penalties to allow their offense, the Patriots offense, to extend the drive or to move deep into our territory and put them in position, getting into the red zone and possibly scoring. So, yeah, excellent point that you made there. So, go ahead, you got it.
What's your thoughts on on this key real quick?
Lou, what up, King?
Ça passe, ma voulée, que pasa, Panama?
You already know, man. Everything is good, Paisel. Everything is good. I think that, you know what, I'm going to go another angle. I want you guys to realize these are the things that the Patriots are bad at. They turn the ball over. Their special teams is not ranked high, and they are always undisciplined. Three things that we're not used to seeing a Bill Belichick coach team go through due to the talent. So we actually are equally matched in this game if we don't do the things that they are doing. But overall, again, we're looking at two quarterbacks that are probably on the same level, two running games that are probably on the same level, and two defenses, talent-wise, regardless to the coaching, that are probably on the same level at this point. Now, you guys can correct me. I think their starting cornerback is out, though. Am I right? I think he's
Christian
out.
Gonzalez, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Rookie year, number
therefore,
one pick.
right, which was the parallel to our pick. Some people wanted that kid and would have been okay with settling with him as well, but we just got the bank. So we get a chance to see a lot of what they're going to be doing, which is evaluating as well. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Mac Jones is their guy going forward. So this is a draft battle to me, and we'll see what's going to happen.
Yep. A battle for draft position. You're right. It is a battle for draft position. And it's weird seeing the Giants and the Patriots, two teams that were, neck and neck in the Super Bowls, in the 2000s and the 2010 or whatever. But it's just weird seeing these two franchises in this position, But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now, I do want to get into something real quick that's been talked about a lot. We're going to pivot from the game a little bit. We'll come back a little bit later with the predictions and kind of wrap this conversation up. But while I got everybody here, I want to talk about this draft stuff. Now, a lot of people are, matter of fact, let me do this. I'm going to do an exercise with y'all. Follow with me. Let me do a screen share. So I'm going to go to, where is that at? Right here. 7-round mock. All right. So, can you guys see this?
I see what your screen. Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. So, now,
7-round mock.
this is just the first one. This is by Pro Football Network. Ian Valentino. So first, now peep the scenario, right? So first round, the Bears, they say they're out on Justin Fields for whatever. Reports are conflicting, but just Drake May. They're gonna take Drake May. They're gonna take Marvin Harrison Jr. They're gonna take Caleb Williams, the Patriots, and the Bears are here at number 4 with Dallas Turner edge. Now, I might have gave it away because I scrolled too fast. But what would you do here if you're the Giants? Because the Giants pick next. If these are the first 4 picks, I'm gonna let everyone I'm gonna give everyone a chance to chime in. These are in chat. Y'all chime in too. If these are the first 4 picks, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr., Caleb Williams, and
Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner. Forget trading down for a minute, because I know a
Okay.
lot of people's going to say, oh, just trade down. Say you can't trade down. Say you don't have nobody to trade down with. Who you taking at 5?
What we doing? A mock draft?
No, this is somebody else's mock draft. I'm doing a scenario.
Right now, if you can't trade back, I can't remember the big board, but right now I'm thinking alt. For some reason, I'm thinking alt from Notre Dame.
Joe
That
Alt.
Yeah, I can't remember the board, the way the board is broken down by PFN, but I think it's alt, and I don't have an issue taking an offensive line. I know some would say, no, you need to take an offensive lineman or neighbors. If you want to go neighbors, the wide receiver from LSU, but if you can't, because I'm one of the ones that wants to trade back if you can, but if you can't and you play the board, it's either alt or neighbors, and and I know the other one is Bo Nix. I'm sorry, that's probably who I'm missing, Bo Nix. But me, I'm probably gonna go alt. I'm a lineman. I guess I want to fix the line. I don't want to get this shit right, and even if that means moving Neil inside the guard, or I'll go all. I'll go all. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Joe Alt. Okay, that's fair. Lou,
Yo,
given this scenario,
I missed the scenario because my phone rang.
okay, I'm gonna scroll back up. So you got Drake May. He went first. This is just a mock draft from Pro Football Network. So Drake May went first. Marvin Harrison went second.
Oh, son of a bitch.
New England took Caleb Williams, and then the Bears take Dallas Turner, the edge from Alabama. The Giants pick 5th. Who you taking? Say you can't trade down. Who you gonna pick? We got Pat in here. It's
They're
perfect.
gonna
time.
hate me. You know what I'm gonna say? Pat gonna do the sound effects as soon as I say it. Give me the best right tackle available right there.
That's kind of what I said too. Did I just say? Did I just say alt? Did I just say alt? I just said I'm like I can't see the board, but it's either alt, neighbors, or even if you want to go Knicks or Penix. So I get you, Lou. I'm with you.
Pat, what's good? What's good? I'm gonna
What's
let
that?
I'm gonna let E chime in,
If I say all,
and
the
then I'm gonna go to
Giants
Pat.
draft Joe Alt with the 5th pick overall. Oh my God! You see how many people jumping off the Empire State Building? Watch what I say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
E.
Yo, y'all remember that movie Awakening with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When the bodies was just falling out of everywhere because of the aerial virus? That'll be
Mm-hmm.
what happens. But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? Somebody gonna be even angry at me, Lou, my Boricua compadre. I'm taking Zach Zenta.
Oh shit!
Oh, the guy from Michigan?
Michigan, is he
You
gonna be
damn right.
ready though?
Nah, he got
Yeah,
hurt. No, he
He
got hurt,
got hurt.
right?
He broke
yeah,
his leg.
yeah. I know. But if we don't see him break his, I know that I'm just giving a hypothetical scenario, right?
Got you.
Because this is
Got you.
hypothetical.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
fully healthy, Zach Zenta. We've been missing a guard in this life for 10 years.
I can't argue with that.
I like the
Can't argue
guard.
with that.
I like the guard because something fishy tells me that they're gonna give Evan Neal another chance at right tackle, but whatever.
Oh my
True.
God!
Yeah, I got this
Yeah,
feeling. I was talking to
you
Miz
have to
about
give
it.
him another
Yeah,
chance at
I
right
think that's
tackle,
what they're
though.
gonna do.
Well, they
You
So,
gotta see. You gotta see what he is.
force him to be a right tackle when he's been a left tackle his whole career.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't, Lou, because he played right tackle at Alabama. He
Yeah,
played
he played
tackle
right
and guard.
tackle, both guard positions, and left tackle. Only thing
Yeah.
he didn't play was center.
Well, please don't put
Pat,
him
what up, by the way, baby?
Coach Dave
What's
says
going on,
Jaden
E?
Daniels is a no-brainer. Now,
Mm.
I put hold up, Pat. I put Coach Dave says Jaden Daniels, the quarterback from LSU.
I can't argue with that
I
either.
can't be mad at it either.
Yeah.
I want Pat to chime in, and then
Wait a minute.
We going.
So
We going to
who's
talk
the
about
first four
Back with
picks?
DJ Roach Dave. I mean Coach Dave.
Who's the first four picks?
All right. Drake May went one. Say we're hypothetically saying with no trades, no trade down, no nothing like that. So Drake May went one. Marvin Harrison went two. Caleb Williams went three, and then Dallas
Clark
Turner went
Turner.
went four. Who would
I'm
you pick?
taking Olu Fashanu, Penn State, right tackle. I'm moving Emmanuel the guard.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
See, I mean, we're all kind of
All
looking at, yeah, we're all
votes for
looking
the
at the
lineman.
line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you guys.
If it's not him, it's Bo Nix.
What you got, Lou?
Can we draft an O-line coach as well?
Look. I said it before, Lou. I get it. I understand. But in the same token, if the problem has been the talent on the offensive line, is it really Bobby Johnson's fault?
Nah, but
No,
that's
not
my
his fault.
question.
It's
No,
the
if that's the case, then it's not Bobby Johnson's fault. But my question is, how are these guys making it to the NFL and can't block a stunt or a twist? And then Bobby Johnson, as the coach, has these guys under him for 2 years, and they still can't block a stunt or a twist.
Sometimes some guys are just some dumb fucks.
Yeah, but Glowinski was blocking stunts and twists before then.
No, I know.
That's not fair, Coach. That's not fair.
Look, I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, Alex, hold up. Alex says y'all read the report. Wink and Dave's are at each other's throats. Wow.
As they should be.
So I guess Wink ain't coming back.
No.
Shit.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Alex is in the building now, Coach. Though, so I have to believe him. He has inside sources.
He has good reason to be at each other's throats. When your defense is keeping you in games, and the offense is not producing, and you're sitting here coaching these guys, telling them do this, do that, do your assignment, don't miss your blocks, blah blah blah. And then they coming back to you like, Coach, we doing everything you told us to do, but these motherfuckers keep giving them the ball back, and we have to keep coming back out there. Now we're exhausted.
Lou, can I please throw me an alley-oop on that? My question is, have you seen Wink Martindale lose it on the sideline? No matter what was going on, he stays the same way. And Coach, you're going to be an testament to this. He stays the same way. He's even killed. His interviews is even killed. That bounces off to the players. A bad play doesn't make them a bad player. It makes it a bad play, and then you move on. How many times have we seen our defense recover from a bad play in the last 5 to 6 games and actually make the plays when it matters in situational football? Now, how many times has the offense, how many times has the offense done anything to help that out?
I will say this. That defense is literally out of the past 6 games, literally damn near won the game by themselves 3 times.
Exactly.
They beat Washington twice. They beat the Jets. Literally, they should. All the offense had to do was kick a field goal, get a 4th and 1, and they would have won that game. And they held the Bills to 0 points for 3 quarters.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. Now,
like if the offense would have done anything, we would have won at least 5 of those games.
Now stick a pin for a second, because you brought up a great point, E, and I want to elaborate on that. As a parent, the way you handle stuff in front of your children is the way they're going to try to handle stuff. They're going to pick up on the way you do things, and they're going to emulate you. Same thing in coaching. Wink is even keel on the sideline. He shows no emotion. He's focused on the task at hand. His defense reflects the same. Our offense is now being called by Dable, regardless of what people try to tell me. Okay? We've all seen Dable on the sideline throwing clipboards, throwing iPads, yelling, spazzing. His offense is going to reflect that. There's a bad call, they fighting, they this, they that. You brought up a good point that I haven't looked at. And when you said that, it made me look at it. Is Dable the right guy for this offense?
And Lou, to that point, Coach, I would love for you to speak, because all of us played this game. My coach at Lafayette, and you already know who he is, I don't have to say his name because I don't think we're allowed to talk like that, was not an even killed guy. He was very fiery. He was very emotional. And that's what made us fiery and emotional. But the one thing he never did was call us out in the public or act like that on the sidelines. When I mean fiery, Lou, that's me and you and Pat and all of us as content creators. But when we're together, we're not acting crazy to the point where other people are looking over like, damn, what's going on over there? It's actually the reverse. They like, yo, them guys look like they having fun in the rain. They look like they enjoying themselves. Damn, we need to go over there. We need to offer them something. And that's what we're talking about. So, Coach, I would like for you to speak to that as well when it comes down to attitude reflect leadership. I know that's a cliche line, but it's this realest thing that we could talk about today.
It's true.
No, what you said is true, E. And the simplest way I can say it is, yes, there are
Miz, the
coaches
link is
that
in the Twitter chat. If you want to
He know
come
how
on
to
the
get
show.
it. He was posting on Twitter yesterday. Don't give me that shit no
Oh
more.
yeah, he know now. Ain't no excuses. We talked about it. Go ahead, Coach.
there are coaches that wear their sleeve, what we say, wear their emotions on their sleeve, and then there's some coaches who are very calm, very cool, very stoic. I.e., what's his name from Dallas? Got arrested. So, damn, why am I forgetting his name? Hall of Fame coach. But still,
From
the
Dallas.
point I'm making is
Tom Landry?
e- yeah, Tom Landry. Thank you. But even
New York
still,
Giant coach that went over there and built Dallas. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. The point is, there's some who where they're emotional. I mean, that's really what it is. But with both of those, you can't cross the line and show that you are panicking. And that's really what it is. When they lose it like that, it's really they're panicking. And when they start to panic, your players start to panic. Now, if you're emotional and you're fiery, yes, your guys are going to be like that too. They're going to make a great hit. They're going to make a great play, turn to their sideline, yell, scream, and get guys jumping around and give them great energy. That's fine. But when you cross that line to start panicking, then the players and the other coaches, if you're the head coach, they start to panic because they feel like they're going to lose this game. And that's really ultimately what it boils down to, because whether you're calm and cool or you're fiery, if you're still confident, your players are confident. Your other coaches under you are confident. But if you show a sense of panic, everyone else panics, and then your mistakes are intensified, and they're bound to happen even more so than what you make a mistake, you let it roll off your sleeve, and you keep on moving to the next play. So, that's
Yo,
really ultimately what it comes down to. Go ahead, y'all got it.
I really think that this Dave's situation with the Giants, I think he still might be here a very long time, but I think he's rubbing some people in the organization the wrong way with his antics. You start to really find out who a person is when you're losing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not used to losing like this. Like everywhere he's been a winner. I promise you. You look at his track record, he's been a winner everywhere he's been. So this is the really the first time that he's actually had to deal with losing, him being the head man.
And nobody
and
like him.
And you can see sometimes it's like, I'm calling the right thing, you're just not executing. And he's blowing up on people. Like I think he blew up. Yeah, right. And they're now starting to notice that they have to get certain type players to run a certain type system that they won't, and they may not have them here, and we're getting exposed this season.
Pause,
And I think him and Wink got into it. What week? I think it was the Jets week, as a matter of fact. I think him and Wink got into it that Jets game.
Yep. Mm-hmm,
and
right.
for whatever reason, he's rubbing people the wrong way. I know you're gonna say pause, but it's true.
The week that the Big Blue Crew Sports Network came into Jersey is when change took effect. Is that what you telling me?
I mean, the change didn't happen in a
the
good
Big
way.
Blue Crew Sports Network came into Jersey. change came into effect. Now, how do you like that,
I
Fonz?
think he's learning on the job as well. Because remember, he's still a very young coach, so he's
First time.
learning on the job as
And this
well.
is a young team too, Pat. Remember, I said they're the
Yeah,
second youngest
Second
team
and
in
to
the
be
league.
honest with you, I think that DJ ACL tear
messed up all the plans.
not messed up all the plans, but I think that's going to be the thing that changes him a little bit as well. Like working with Danny DeVito,
Have to be a teacher that's
yeah,
ready.
he's going to have to be a
Yeah.
teacher, like a teacher now, because you got some young pups. This is what you wanted. You
Mm-hmm.
wanted to bring in the youth movement. You got to teach. Everybody's not going to be like this immediately. It's going to take years.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but say that again because a lot of people need to hear that. You wanted to bring in the what?
The youth movement. So
Then
you
you got
gotta
to what?
you gotta teach,
Every
and
what?
that's what's really happening when you're seeing these young guys out there. And one other thing I want to say, our veterans are not the leaders on a team that could go deep in the playoffs. Like you have to have when you're veterans, you have to have leaders. Like they have to be the extension of Brian Dabo. Who on that field is an extension of Brian Dabo? Tell me. Of our veteran leaders, who on the field? I don't see one.
The only one that's
Maybe Barkley.
halfway a leader is Barkley. I would say that. And he
Maybe
does show
Barkley.
leadership. You know, when I showed y'all that clip, I tagged you guys in it. That's a football player. That dude
Like
right
he's
there is,
starting to learn. He's
yeah.
starting to learn it, and he's becoming that player. But who on the defense is an extension of the coach? When you go to the 49ers, the extension of the coach, that's freaking the tight end. Kittle. Kittle was there. You got Williams, the left tackle. He's the big silverback of the whole offense. You seen what happened when he got injured and he wasn't out there. They lost 3 in a row to some bad teams. As soon as he come back, they're kicking ass again. Because he's the leader. He's the extension of the coach, even though he's the left tackle. Andrew Thomas is not like that. He's quiet. Dexter Lawrence, he might talk a little bit to the other side, but he's quiet. He's not going to get in somebody's face and say, "Hey, shape
He's
up."
not a vocal leader to the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have that on this team. No, who's going to do it? McKinney?
Strahan
barely-
with that for us.
Yeah,
Pat,
you see what I'm
Pat,
saying?
I'm
Justin
gonna
Tuck was like
Pat,
Dexter Lawrence.
Right.
Justin Tuck didn't like to be verbal. Strahan
Pat,
used to be verbal and make guys accountable.
here's
Need
the
another Strahan type leader.
here's the X
So
factor.
let me
what
get to
you're
a couple comments real quick. I don't want to ignore the chat. They got some good stuff. You guys can comment on.
They
Next
always-
shift says. Next shift says. When I talk to people inside that organization, they're saying tension between these two. You could feel it. That's at
We
that's
don't
what
read Eagles comments
Jay
around here.
Glazer. Nah, bro. Let's let him rock. This is our. It's cool. He cool, man.
I
It's
know
my
next
guy.
shift Randy be in all the chats.
More tension on the building between Giants head coach and DC Wink Martindale. Alex says Dable only doing this because the offense is bad and Xavier McKinney is a fucking crybaby. And then Mosley says it looked like Barkley are there calling protections and all. Coach Dave said he's only been here 2 years. I don't think that's a fair statement to make.
What are you talking
Here,
about?
here.
Go
Now,
ahead.
Pat. Before we get into that, let me to your point in terms of the defense. The one person who
Shout
I
out to the
think,
Miz. I see you, Miz.
the one person who I think it is on defense who will build to that is actually Bobby Okereke.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched him. He is vocal. He is getting there. It's just that he's new to this organization. So the
He got to
question
earn
that you
respect.
posed is who on defense is that? I think that's who it is. But again, it's just he's new and he has to build into that long term because we've all spoken how great he is and what he's doing on the defense, and we've seen the little video clips and the highlights of him out there speaking and what he's doing for McFadden. So it's a trickle down. But now to the tension part, that's a different story, because E will tell you to, look, coaches argue. We argue. I'm telling you, as a
Yeah,
coordinator, I've argued with the
I
head
promise
coach.
you.
That don't mean they don't be on the same page game day though.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, and that's my point. When you talk tension inside the organization, at least it's not getting outside. That's a reporter doing his job and getting the information. But yeah, tension can cause more issues, especially when you have situations where defense feels like they're being left to hang. And
Yeah.
that's a problem.
I
And
will. I will.
it happens in crews like ours. It happens in families. Like me and my brother can get into a fist fight right now. But let somebody walk by and say something out the way to him and watch how quick we turn from fighting each other to tearing his ass up. Pause. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
we can disagree and have our disagreements, but when it come down to the come down, we are the same team and we fighting for the same goal. So we're going to put that to the side and go beat the hell out of this team on the other side of the field.
I
And
will.
that's, you know what I'm saying, what
I,
it boils down to. Are we
I will
together
say.
or are we falling apart?
Go
I
ahead,
will
Pat.
say this. I totally agree with
And then
Lou on
Miss.
that. But I will say this. Usually, when Jay Glazer reports something, that shit is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I promise you, that dude
He's
nine
well
times out of
connected.
10
Yeah.
is right when it comes from his mouth. But to go to Coach Dave, aka Roach Dave, like, what about that statement about them bringing in the youth movement and having to teach is not fair. It's not a fair statement. If you bring the players in, you're gonna have to teach them to do what you want to do. I don't care in what aspect of life. Like, if you bring somebody into your company, they have no experience of running the system that you have in that company. You're gonna have to teach them how to run it. That's a fair statement. He's been here 2 years. They brought in the youth movement. They brought in the Deontay Banks. They brought the people here. That's why they try to bring in those Buffalo people, because maybe they think they have what it takes to learn the system and go out there and do the system, but they just don't have the skill and will to do it on the field. So you're gonna have to coach. You're gonna have to coach these guys up. You're gonna go through some pains. Like, man, I've told you 4 times, do it like that. But once he gets it, it's that's why I wanted Marvin Harrison Jr.
All right,
And I
real
tell
quick.
you
Why?
what,
Go ahead,
ain't
Lou, and then
ain't no
let's
better
switch gears for
teacher,
a minute.
ain't no better teacher than messing up.
Right.
Because you could tell me 100 times how to get it right, but until I mess up and it costs me big, once I mess up and it costs me, I get burnt on a 30-yard touchdown or something because I did the wrong move or I was too far off in coverage or whatever. I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life not to make that mistake again. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, excuse me, it takes getting burnt on a play or making that big mistake so you can see how costly it is, and then you make the necessary adjustments. But when you have young guys, you're gonna have situations like that. But like he said, you bring these young guys in to an offense that they don't know, you have to teach. You can't
And
just
that
expect guys to get it. You have to teach.
and the reason why I made that statement is, why are people like Hyatt not playing?
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? It's like you don't
Yeah.
want to take the time for him to go out there and learn. No, this is the time. This is when you have to put him out there. We're getting our butts whooped. Okay, go out there and let some of these DBs put their hands on you, pause, and let's see if you can get off the line of scrimmage.
He says
Let's
that
see. We're
he
going to make
says
a game.
he says his comment isn't about that statement, Pat.
I'm not even talking to him anymore.
All right,
Oh,
let's
okay.
let me switch gears. We got about 15 minutes because while I got everyone here, I want to get you. I want to go back to the draft stuff real quick because it's been hot and heavy on Twitter, and I want to get everybody's opinion on this. So when I went back to this draft here, this mock draft, I asked everybody, who would you take? Most of you guys said offensive line. I agree. I wouldn't be mad at a quarterback either. So they got Bo Nix here at number 5 now. Speaking of old, people said Bo Nix is old. I don't understand that logic. The kid's 23. He'll be 24 when he starts in the NFL. Yeah, he's old. That's the argument of what people say they don't want to take Bo Nix.
But they wanted Hendon Hooker last year. It was a year older. Okay.
Exactly. But let's just read this, see what he says, and then I'm gonna start with Miz since he just got here, and then we'll do a round table.
Misery.
The New York Giants might feel like the New York Jets when the latter lost out on Trevor Lawrence and opted to settle on Zach Wilson, but the Giants will be making out much better than their rival. Bo Nix has been terrific the last 2 seasons, boosting efficiency numbers that are almost hard to believe. He'll get ridiculed for checking down more than hunting big plays, but the inner playmaker who can create on his own is still there. Don't be surprised if Nix plays better in the NFL than in college, just like his predecessor, Justin Herbert. Now, I thought all these Giants fans wanted a quarterback like Justin Herbert. That's what I thought, because that's all I heard. And the comparison here is Justin Herbert by Pro Football Network, an analyst, a draft guy, or whatever. So to me, it's just weird to see people throw Bo Nix to the side when they were all clamoring for Justin Herbert.
We know why. You know why.
Right, but let's not go there right now, Lou.
Right.
Miz, in this situation right here, is
what
Bo
he?
Nix is Bo Nix the right pick for the New York Giants?
He's definitely one of. I like him a lot. Obviously, you all know I like May, but I like Bo Nix too. So if they try to do something else and then come up with a Bo
Well,
Nix,
in this scenario, I don't know if you was here, but May went first, and then it was let's see what we had. We
Marvin
had
Harrison Jr.
yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr., Caleb Williams,
and then
the
Dallas.
Edge, and then Bo Nix. Is that the
Coach
right pick?
yeah, I would
If-
like that. I would be happy with that. I would be very happy with that, to be honest.
Coach Dave, if we drafted anybody, we could draft Tom Brady. He can be reincarnated. And in 3 years, the Giants fan base is still going to look up saying, well, he don't do good. So that,
That's true. They're never satisfied. But
It's just where I stand real quick.
go ahead.
I want to quarterback early in the first round. I do not want to play around. I do not want to gamble. I do not want to take this guy and then we'll climb back into the late first. I truly believe, this is just me. I could be wrong. This is me personally. This quarterback draft and where we happen to be picking at one of the top picks because of a circumstance, come away with the young quarterback right here. And you bring Jones back to start next year. And to me, I got the best of both worlds. I'm good.
I'm not mad at that. I said myself, if we draft a quarterback, I want him to sit behind Daniel Jones and learn the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do the same thing we did to DJ. Draft him and in week 2 he's playing. Like, come on. That shit is, you had Eli Manning there who he could have sat on the sideline and watched him check down. He could have watched him check out of plays and audible and put his team in positions to win. He could have watched all that from the sideline and got a good view of how the defense looks, how Eli read the defense, how he made online adjustments to handle them. If he'd have watched that for a year from the sideline before being thrust into the fire, I guarantee you we'd have a much better DJ than we have right now. Regardless of how many coaching changes. If he'd have had that year to sit behind Eli and watch Eli rather than have Eli in his ear, it would have been a much better process.
I can agree with that. I wouldn't be mad. Coach, Ed, what's your thoughts on this pick? Is this the right pick for the New York Giants? Take him now. Joe Alt went the very next pick to the Tennessee Titans, and then Fashanu went to Washington. So, what's your
Quarterback
thoughts,
or offensive line, I get it. I said I would have probably went all, based on the fact that I'm looking to fix the offensive line, and I get everyone's point, about the quarterback.
With you, Coach.
This is a quarterback-based time frame, but I'm still big on the fat uglies up front. You need us up front no matter what. I get it. The quarterback, for all his magic and getting the ball downfield and the rules geared to protect him and everything. Yes, you're 1,000% correct. But we even saw the great Patrick Mahomes throw the perfect pass to a wide receiver who didn't catch the ball. You still need the other players
That hurts, Coach. That
around
hurts.
him. I don't mean it to disrespect the wide receiver, but the point I'm making is The offensive line, you need the offensive line to allow this quarterback, even with his running around in the pocket or escaping the brush and everything, you still need the offensive line to give him some type of time.
Prime
You want to
example.
put the quarterback back there? I don't have an issue with it. Just like we're saying, if you get the quarterback, then let him sit, let him learn, because that is also the problem in today's day and age. Everybody wants to jump on the rookie contract and get a jump on it, but sometimes I go back to David Carr with Houston. They destroyed that man's future because they did not give him an offensive line. How many times was he sacked consistently?
Yo, I want to say this before I have to go because I got called a game. When
Yeah,
you
you
looking
got
at
it.
these quarterbacks, man, I would love to see how you dudes evaluate quarterbacks. How I evaluate a quarterback is first, what's his processor like? How does he process the field? Can I trust him to read 2 or 3 reads on when I have a pass play out there? Can he get the 2 or 3 progressions? What's his decision making? Does this dude make questionable decisions because he thinks he's this good? Does he just throw in coverage when he feels like it? What's his decision making? Does he have a quick processor? How does he maneuver in the pocket when he has a little pressure around him? Because me, I know for one fact, I'm making sure my inside of my line is a staple. I don't want no pressure getting to my quarterback in his face. My tackle may be able to give a little bit of pressure, but he can step up for a second and process and get the ball out. This stupid stuff about, Bo Nix ain't thrown more than 17 passes completed for 20 plus yards. He's just throwing it to people and they're getting yards after the catch. Doesn't that mean that he's putting the ball in the place where they can continue to run when they catch the ball? Or is these dudes catching the ball and they're just juking out 9 defenders every time they catch the ball and taking it to the house?
I want to say this. Prime example. We all know that Dak Prescott is not a good quarterback. But somehow they're in the playoff hunt every year because they have a dominant offensive line. They make him look good. He got that contract after Romo got hurt because he went in with a great offensive line and he looked way better than he was because of the offensive line. Fix this offensive line and you have a winning organization.
Like
Facts, man.
I don't understand how you guys evaluate quarterbacks. You guys just the media says this guy's great. Oh, he made a great play. That's the guy I gotta take. No, look at the fucking quarterback. That's how people like Mr. Trubisky go number 2.
Big Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl with the highest yak yard receivers, regardless to him having options on the field.
Right.
Kansas City was the number 1 yak yard, 2,152 yak yards when he won the Super Bowl.
Doesn't that mean the quarterback's putting the ball in a place where they can catch it and run? You mean to tell me that all this dude is doing is throwing screenplays all game? That's not true. Look at the game. People get on my nerves, bro.
And
they just talking absolutes, man. That shit's crazy.
So, real quick, E, what's your thoughts on Bo Nix, man? Because Alex and a lot of other people are saying that most of Nix's yards is after the catch. Basically, they calling him a check down Charlie. What's your thoughts when you watch
Charlie?
when you
Bullshit.
watch?
I'm gonna say this. I've watched people talk about quarterbacks because of the fact that their wide receivers or their skill players got yak yards. Are we not having the same conversation about what Justin Herbert is in the NFL? The year Keenan Allen got hurt, which was last season, did he not have the second most yak yards in the NFL with Austin Eckler with his players? Right? So it's not like it's not a winning formula, and it's not like that takes away from the quarterback. He has to get the ball to them in a position where they are still in stride, right? They can make plays, but also throw them into a window and catch radius where they actually are able to get yak. I've watched a quarterback throw a receiver into a play where he was tackled immediately, and I watched the quarterback throw the ball to a receiver where he was able to get away from a cornerback because of where the ball was placed at. If you look where the Bo Nix places the ball, his receivers and running backs are able to get away from defenders. So I don't see that being a negative in his skill set. I think that translates to the NFL. And then on top of that, he can throw from angles. He can throw across his body. He can run, and he's athletic as a dual quarterback. But most of all, he's not turning the ball over.
Right. He's not. He's
And
not turning the ball over.
That's one of the key things that I want as from my New York Giants quarterback is turnover. Don't turn the football over. You know, so many years they complained about Daniel Jones, fumble Jones, and all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? But yet you want Caleb Williams, who is a turnover machine at USC. You know, so I don't understand it.
I want to say this too before I get out of here. Mosley. They say Bo Nix is only good because of the receivers and stuff that he has out there with Oregon. I want you to take that same energy and go towards Jaden Daniels over there at LSU. Malik Neighbors is an absolute monster. He's right below Marvin Harrison Jr., and I give Marvin Harrison Jr. the edge because of his pedigree, and he's a lot taller and bigger than Neighbors. But Neighbors is an absolute beast. The number 2, the receiver over there with LSU is an absolute.
Don't leave out Junior. I was just about to say, do not leave out Junior.
Brian Thomas Jr. is a monster over there. The tight end is nice over there. But I don't take that away from Jaden Daniels and what he does. But Jaden Daniels gets a lot of yards on a freaking little pop pass that he gives to Malik Neighbors. This nigga runs about 50 yards down the field after getting the ball. Jaden Daniels is not just throwing bomb after bomb after bomb, and I don't even care about my quarterback throwing bombs like that because you're not going to be throwing bombs like that in the NFL. A lot of the times you're going to have to throw the ball to a receiver that only has a yard of separation, but if you put that ball in the right place and let him run, he can make something happen. What Bo Nix is doing, that's what a lot of quarterbacks do in the NFL.
And that's what we need on the Giants. Think about the yak guys we got. Saquon Barkley, Wan'Dale Robinson, guys that can, make things happen after the catch. But
when you really think about it, that dude really fits this damn team when you really think about it.
We're a short and intermediate yardage offense who will take deep shots down the field if they are necessary. We are not a necessary deep shot taken down the field, pause team to get intermediate passes, get open, or the run game. We set our offense through the offensive scheme of running the ball or RPOs and intermediate throws. He fits exactly what the Giants want.
And that's the only reason why I've been scouting, because I'm like, this dude really could do what they want him to do. And he has a way stronger arm than people give him credit for. I don't understand. Where is this motion that this dude doesn't have an arm? Like, that's stupid. Did you see this dude throw the ball? Like, that's crazy.
I just watched the highlight with him throwing across the field.
Did you see the throw that he did in Oregon State? Did you see the throw that he did in Oregon State? Now, I'm not even talking about the throw he threw across his body to Troy Frank. I'm talking about the pass that he threw when that linebacker was underneath. And it was like, why is he throwing it right there? And that tight end caught the ball because he threw it over the linebacker right before he got to the safety with anticipation. I said, "Oh, that was an NFL throw right there, legit."
Mm-hmm. And one more thing, Pat, and you put this out there, and we was talking about this a couple weeks ago. The opportunity to pair a quarterback with one of their top receivers in college, I think is key. Because if you can do that, I'm not saying he has to come in and be the number one guy or that's going to be the only guy he's going to throw it to, but it gives that quarterback somebody familiar in order to get on rhythm, in order to stay on script, in order to help develop, you know what I'm saying? Because what are we seeing? We seen a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of receivers come in here and just not click. What's the name didn't click with Daniel Jones when he got here. Waller right away, you know what I'm saying? But he always had faith in Slayton. You know, chemistry with a quarterback and a receiver is very, very key in today's
Look at
NFL, in
Galladay.
my opinion.
Look at
Right,
Galladay.
another example. Could
All
never get on
right,
track
I
with the
gotta
guy.
go. I gotta go now. But what makes him better than Jaden Daniels? Nobody said he's better than Jaden Daniels. That's. I don't think like you do. I
Yeah,
think about who
I never
fits the
said that.
teams better. That's what's your problem. You're so busy trying to find out who's better than who. No, find out who fits your scheme. Stupid. I'm
I'm
gone.
throwing Penix
All
in there
right,
too. I just need everybody to know that.
I just
all
want to
right.
just want to add one thing.
Go ahead, coach.
I know Pat's going ahead, so go ahead. I got you, Pat. But
Yeah, we'll head over there
um,
in a minute.
it's not about any particular quarterback. I'm only addressing the narrative of quarterbacks are only check down Charlies, and it doesn't matter if it's Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. Doesn't matter if it's Joe Montana. It doesn't matter the quarterback. Take a look at the amount of passes that are thrown in a game. Okay, whether it's 30, whether it's 40, how many deep shots are taken in the context of the game? Where are the majority of your passes thrown? They're actually thrown between anywhere from 3 to 10 yards in the full context. That's where the majority of your passes, that's where your schemes are. As coaches, that's how we attack. Why? Because you need 10 yards for every first down. That's as simple as it is. If we all as fans, every last one of us, take that into account, you will stop with the narrative of deep balls or how many deep ball shots a quarterback takes or if his deep because realistically, they probably take 3 to 5 tops in the whole context of the game. Am I correct?
Yes, depending on how the defense plays and
hmm
depending on how your offense is successful.
Exactly. So the narrative of a check down Charlie, that's basic quarterback play. And don't forget the fact that, like E said, how the defense is playing. If you get a defense that's getting you a lot of pressure, the smart thing as coaches, what we always teach our players, quarterbacks and receivers, replace the blitz. So in other
Mm-hmm.
words, if you say they're showing a cover two look and one of the outside linebackers are coming. Ideally, you're trying to tell that receiver that's there, whether it's the slot receiver, the tight end, or an outside receiver, go to the area where that linebacker is coming from, and try and sit there if they're sitting in a zone, and the quarterback should be looking to get you the ball. That's the simplest way I'm going to break it down. There's more to it, but
AKA
that's
skinny posts.
exactly.
Yo.
It's very
I feel
simple.
Pat's doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
know.
we
Bring over
about
there now.
to
The kickoff is
we
starting.
about to we about to head on out of here. I appreciate everybody for showing up, for coming through, showing love, you know what I'm saying? Definitely right now, while in this stream, head over to Big Pat Sports Talk. We're gonna be calling the New York Giants and the Patriots game. We'll all be there, or most of us anyway. So any last words, man, before we get out of here?
Y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Unpopular Opinion Sports, man. Or I'm gonna send Vinny to come break your thumbs. You heard?
You already know what time it is, man. E representing the Shakedown Your Lou. I need 5 minutes of your time. As soon as we get off the stream, I got something crazy I need to talk to you about. It's big time. Thank you for having me, fellas. Love is love. Happy holidays.
Yo.
No doubt,
Blessed as
man.
always, man. Thanks.
All right, y'all. Peace.